Moin! Welcome to your first driving lesson with the DT5, the Hochbahn's most recent vehicle. Take a seat first. Then we'll explain how everything works. Nice place here in the driver's cab, isn't it? First, we need to set up the train. We'll guide you through the steps, one by one. Let's enter our train data into the EBIS system. You can find the necessary data in the top left corner of the screen. By the way, the manual explains how to determine the correct data. That's it already. Let's allow the passengers to board. Now you need to wait until the departure time is reached. You can find it in the top left corner. Also, the platform signal must be green. Otherwise, you are not allowed to close the doors. Very good. This train is now ready for departure. Gently push the traction lever forward to start moving.
Nächster Halt, Hamburger Straße. Ausstieg.
To brake, simply pull the traction lever backwards.
Nächster Halt, Hamburger Straße. Ausstieg rechts.
Looking good. Now drive to the next station and stop at the highlighted spot. In the bottom right corner, you can see your current speed. The number above it shows the speed limit. In the top, you can also see upcoming signals and speed limits. Make sure to stop before red signals. Otherwise, you will be taken off duty. One last tip. Try to drive as smoothly and on time as possible in the game. You'll earn experience points, XP for both, which you can see in the top right. Have a great ride.
Halt Barmbek, Übergang zur S1. Ausstieg links. Endhaltestelle, bitte alle aussteigen. This train terminates here. All change please.
Well done. You've got what it takes to drive subways. Guten Tag and welcome to Berlin. Today you'll be taking your first steps with the HK train, which closely resembles the Type H from Berlin's large-profile network. Take a seat in the driver's cab first. Then we'll take a look at how the HK works. As always, we need to set up the train first. Here in Berlin, this means activating the driver's cab, releasing the spring-loaded brake, and activating the train protection system. Next, we enter the train data, so that the destination displays show the correct route. On the HK, This is done via the MMS, the so-called Mensch-Maschine-Schnittstelle, German for Human-Machine Interface. In the HK cab, you can pre-select the desired speed using the yellow push buttons. Fun fact, the HK uses the same buttons as the H train, but can only go up to 60 km per hour. Therefore, the 70 km per hour button has no function. We're all set for our passengers. Let's unlock the doors. Be careful. Here at Kromme-Lanke, there is an upcoming speed limit of 25 km per hour when departing, indicated by the 2 yellow lights on the signal.
Zug nach Warschauer Straße.
Now we wait for our departure time. Also, the signal must turn green before we can set off. Very good. We're ready to go. To accelerate, simply push the traction lever forward and hold it. To brake, simply pull the traction lever backwards. That was an emergency brake, which allows you to stop quickly in case of an emergency. However, only use it when absolutely necessary. Looking good. Now drive to the next station and stop at the highlighted spot. In the bottom right corner, you can see your current speed. The number above it shows the speed limit. In the top, you can also see upcoming signals and speed limits. Make sure to stop before red signals. Otherwise, you will be taken off duty. One last tip. Try to drive as smoothly and on time as possible in the game. You'll earn experience points for both, which you can see in the top right. Have a great ride.
Zug nach Warschauer Straße. Zug nach Warschauer Straße. Freie Universität Thielplatz. Zug nach Warschauer Straße.
Congratulations! You have successfully completed your first meters. Enjoy your ride on the Berlin U-Bahn. Tachchen! Looks like someone is up for a challenge. Well then, let's take a look at the A3L92. But be warned, driving this train is definitely nothing for beginners. But you'll manage. Take a seat in the driver's cab. As always, we need to set up the train first. Here in Berlin, this means activating the driver's cab, releasing the spring-loaded brake, and activating the train protection system. Next, we need to enter the train data, so that the destination displays show the correct route. In the A3L92, you'll find a reference table on the back wall for this. You'll need 3 levers for driving the A3L92. the brake lever on the right, the speed selector in the middle, and the drive button on the left. Let's start with the brake lever. Set it to release first to fill the main brake pipe.
Einsteigen bitte.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, you can see a red gauge indicating the brake pressure. The gauge needs to arrive at 5 bar before we can start driving. Until then, you'll have to leave the lever at release. There we go. That works. Now you can pre-select a speed limit. On this elevated section up to Nollendorfplatz, the speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. Now we wait for our departure time. Also, the signal must be green before we can go. But you already know that, don't you? Great, we're ready to go. First, set the brake lever to drive. Then simply push down the drive button and hold it. To brake, just gently pull the brake lever back.
Görlitzer Bahnhof. Ausstieg rechts.
That was an emergency brake. You should only use it when absolutely necessary. To release it, set the brake lever back to release. All right, let's see if you can handle this at the next station as well.
Zug nach Ulanstraße. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte. Großer Tor. Übergang zur U8. Zurückbleiben bitte. Zug nach Ulandstraße. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte. Straße, Übergang zur Jelbi-Mobilitätsstation, Ausstieg rechts. Zug nach Ulandstraße. Einsteigen bitte.
Not bad. You've mastered the A3L92's controls. Enjoy the ride.